Hello, guys, and welcome back to episode number 7 of the Easy Talk podcast. So today we're gonna talk about trade-ins.
Yeah.
Trade-ins and basically when to trade in your car.
You got my microphone there?
Yeah.
Good.
I hear you. So
Good.
basically, when to trade in your car. What's the best moment to trade in your car? What to look for when you're
Yeah.
trading in your car.
We get a lot of customers asking if we take trade-ins. We always do. But those are probably the hardest deal to work because most of the people looking to trade in the cars, they are upside down.
Right.
What does upside down mean?
So upside down, it's when you owe more on your car than what the car is actually worth. So, and this usually happens in all of the deals that you make because when you buy your car, you're actually there's a calculation of interest and everything on that loan. So you have to start paying it off in order for you to get all of those numbers down and for your car to be worth more than what you actually owe on the car.
Right.
I don't know if I explained that right.
No, yeah, it's true. I mean, when
It
you're
was confusing.
when
though.
you're barely into the loan, most likely, 6 months into the loan, you're gonna owe more than what the car
Right.
is worth because depreciation. The car is losing value, and you still
Yeah.
have a loan on the car.
Yeah.
So very early in the loan, it's pretty hard to trade in a car unless you put like a really large down payment. Then you're
Right.
only financing less of what the car is
Yeah.
worth. So those are usually the most common scenarios that people want to trade in the car when they're upside down, and they really don't have any equity in the car that they can use in their favor towards the next car.
Right.
So that's the first thing that we recommend. You gotta know the values of, there's a website, Kelly Blue Book. Everybody knows about it, that they have a fairly accurate trading values that you can get. You have to know the year, make, and model, and options of the car and miles.
Yeah.
So it will give you an estimate of what you can expect for the trade-in. That way it can give you an idea what's your, where you at as far as like trying to trade in the car. If you owe $10,000 and the car is only worth $6,000, you're pretty much $4,000 upside down that someone has to pay, and obviously the dealer is not gonna pay.
Yeah.
You have to pay it. So you gotta that's the first thing, know about the values.
And on that, we actually transition into another thing, which is dealers will sell you a car and will take a trade-in from you, even if you're upside down on the car. But what they will do with the difference is to put it in the new loan.
Into the new loan.
So for that car, you're actually gonna take longer for you to be able to trade it in. So that's never a good idea to trade in your car whenever the car it's worth less than what you owe. It's never a good idea.
Yeah, because now you're into another car that is again same.
Yeah,
process.
the car's worth 10 grand. And they're selling it to you for, I don't know, whatever, 11, 12 grand, plus the $2,000 that you still owed for the trade-in. So it's going to take years for you to just have equity on the car.
So the main thing when you're trading a car, you obviously going to try to get the most out of the dealer for your car. So the first thing that we recommend is pretty common. Clean the car. Okay,
right.
when you take it to the dealer, it's different if they're looking at a car that is destroyed, it's trash, compared to when they're looking at a car that is clean. The interior is vacuum. It doesn't take long, man. It doesn't cost you any money probably to just clean your car and say, hey, I have a trade-in. Come look at my car. It's different. They're gonna look at it in a different way. They're gonna think that, hey, this guy took care of the car, because those are the things that the dealer takes into the consideration of when they're doing the appraisal. They're going to look for dents, bumps, see if the engine is running rough, if it needs tire, if the interior is dirty because they have to clean it, all those kind of things. So the most basic stuff for you to that we can recommend is clean the car.
Yeah.
Outside and inside. Most likely, their dealer is gonna be willing to offer a little bit more on the appraisal, right?
Right, and just basic stuff like clean the car.
Yeah.
It's a really basic stuff, but it helps a little bit.
Right. The second thing that we recommend is to try to trade in your car in the best working condition. Because if you bring a car that it's got a misfire or it's got a transmission problem, look, the dealer is still gonna take it most
Yeah.
likely, but they're gonna lowball you
We have
on
to
the
fix.
offer.
We have to fix
They have to
this, and this
fix
is gonna
it.
be this much, and
Yeah.
labor. It's expensive, and yeah,
Right. So realistically, you're not gonna get much on the car if they make you an offer, for the trade in. Pretty much. So try to, if you're looking at buying another car and you have a trade in, try to bring it, in the best working condition possible. That, like I said, the dealer doesn't feel that they have to put much money into it to be able to resell it or send it to the auction or
right.
whatever they want to do with it.
yeah,
The third point we have, try to trade in. This one is pretty important actually. People don't think about it. Try to trade in the car before hitting mileage milestones. What I mean by that,
Okay.
it's different if you have a car with 90,000 miles compared to 100,000 miles.
right, yeah,
Not much difference, but when they see those 6 digits on the odometer, it's a big drop
It's a-
in the value.
psychological
Yeah.
milestone. Yeah,
And the books, like right away, if you put a car with 95,000 miles compared to 100,000 miles, it's a lot of difference in the value. So just try to trade it in before you hit those milestones.
yeah,
It's
that's a
just
good
better,
idea.
just better for the dealer. The last one we have, like we already said before, you gotta have knowledge on the car that you have. So look up the values, because if you're coming in without having any idea on how much your car is worth, the dealer pretty much is gonna take advantage of you.
Yeah, you have to know what your car is worth. Everything you have to take care. You have to take into consideration all the options that your car has.
Yep.
If it has rims, if it has GPS navigation, if it has
Sunroof, leather.
sunroof. All of those things make a big difference on the price. So you want to take all of that into consideration. You want to check the book values, but you also want to check the market value. Like,
Yeah.
what are the cars like yours going for? And I mean, on a trading, you're never gonna get retail value because retail value is retail value. You're not retailing your car,
Right.
but at least you can get as close at that as that, or you can get more for it if you know everything that's on your car.
Right, because the first question the dealer is going to ask you when they're appraising your car, they're going to ask you, how much are you thinking I'm getting for the car? They're going to ask you that and see what kind of idea you have on your car's value. If they know the car is worth $5,000 and you say probably $3,000, that's what they're going to
Done.
offer.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, that's it. That's what they're gonna offer. You know what I mean? Even if they know the car is worth $5,000, they're not gonna offer more because
Yeah.
you think the car is worth, or you don't have any idea. They're still gonna lowball you. At the end of the day, they're trying to sell a car, but they're probably gonna make money on the trade-in too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So know what you have. That's the best thing. Know the values. There is a lot of tools out there. The internet, you can look up all the cars' value. Like I said, kellybluebook.com.
Yeah. And try
and everything.
I would say try taking it to more than one place.
Right.
If you can, like even if you know that the car you want is in one place, try going to maybe one or two other places and just to see what they will offer for your car. Even
They
if
may
you're
buy it.
even they might buy it, or even if you're not trading it in that place, at least you have a comparison point.
Like, well, that's good that you bring that up because I had a friend a couple years ago looking at a Range Rover,
Mm-hmm.
and they had a Toyota 4Runner. They took it to the Range Rover dealership. They were gonna try to trade it in, but they didn't offer as much, so they took it to CarMax. They wanted the car, but they were trying to get as much as
Right.
they
Yeah,
could
of
for the
course.
trade in, and they brought it to CarMax and they bought the car right there. They offer a couple $1,000 more.
Right.
They sold the car. Now I have this cash, and I can put a down payment, whatever I want to do with the next car. So that's a good one. Go get different offers from different
Yeah.
dealers, and maybe someone might come in with $1,000 more. That's
Right.
money in your
Yeah.
pocket.
And you just get, if you know the car you want is in a different place. Well, better for you. You sold the car and you just go with the cash. So
Right. Right.
it's still good.
Yeah. So that's what we have for today. As far as like when or and how to trade in your car, and
I wanted to talk about. I don't know if we went over this point that I really wanted to go over, and it was actually when you're buying your car, you could actually think of the future. Like you could think
yeah,
when you're gonna trade it in, because I mean it's just simple math. You have to know when you're buying your car, you see, okay, I'm thinking about maybe trading in this car in 2 years or 3 years. So with all the numbers, you could actually see like if that's gonna even be a possibility
out.
or
Yeah.
not. So
yeah, that's a good one. You gotta be smart about it, but that's what we have for now. Hopefully, you are able to take advantage of everything that we're sharing with you guys. And hey, send us questions. If you're looking at a specific car, it doesn't have to be here. Hey, I'm looking at a car, this or there. I have a couple questions. We'll be more than happy to answer everything.
Yeah, you
Just
can.
trying to help people out.
And there are different ways that you can ask us questions. On Facebook, we put these videos on Facebook. On iTunes, you can send us a direct on Instagram. So I mean, yeah, we will be
That's right.
glad to answer your question. So that's it for today, and see you guys on the next one.
See ya.